Namaste, my good friends. Oh my goodness. Today's Ashtanga series, today's yoga practice was phenomenal. Shall I say phenomenal? That word doesn't even begin to describe what today's yoga session was. And basically, it was rooted again in the root lock. And so, as you know, up until this point, up until today, I have been inhaling the root lock and then releasing it on the exhale and squeezing the abs. But today I had an idea to just keep squeezing the root lock throughout inhales, exhales, the whole bit, the whole bit. Every single second, I'm trying my hardest to squeeze the root lock. And now this, although it may seem little, it is such a tremendous change in the way that I experienced and traveled within. Um, so, at a fundamental level, it just brought a whole lot more resilience into my awareness. Um, just the challenge of consistently without release. And of course, obviously, I'd have a couple moments where I'd forget and, I would like lose it and I would come back. But like the majority of the time, the aim was to keep it squeezed the whole time. Um, and what this did is it just built my ability to have an intention that is so strong that it just is functioning throughout poses, throughout transitions, throughout all situations. In the beginning, I'm not tired, I'm light, I'm energetic, I'm actually kind of dry. That's to say, like, my body's not warmed up. My muscles are like pretty tight, my ligaments are pretty tight, I'm like pretty dry. And then, I go through a couple warm up rounds and I'm getting warmer and wetter. It's like just squeezing through all of that. And obviously, as I'm like getting through the midpoint, I'm starting to get really fatigued and really tired. And then, even then, just keep on squeezing. Like towards the end, it felt like I was just like barely squeezing it. That's how done my root was. It was done. The muscle was done. And yet, I still kept going. I still kept squeezing, even if it's just like a little tap, just a little tap. Like before, I would squeeze in the beginning. It's like, oh, like really hard because it's like fresh, it's not fatigued. But doing it for an hour and a half straight, or trying to, and actually like when I was doing the flow, the sun salutations, like in between transitional poses or in between chunks of poses, I would only do the root lock on the inhale. So like the sun salutations would be my break, and that break would be inhaling the root lock and then exhaling and releasing it. And that was just a couple, 20 seconds per sun salutation. So for the majority, I was just squeezing the whole time in all the poses, and I got really so deeply into all the poses. But the most important thing beyond my body's access and my body's ability and its potential, realizing its potential to be in the poses fully and deeply, it was this just mental side which really fascinated me. I was literally drawing strength that, like, at the bottom of my strength, at the bottom, I had to dig so deep, especially towards the end when you are like just done, you're finished. I still dug so deep that I completed the whole series with, some distractions here and there and forgetting to squeeze it here and there. But for the excuse me, but for the majority, I squeezed the shit out of it. And that just really reminded me of my will, my will and my intention. And what life is me having intentions, like conscious intentional direction, or conscious intentional experience. That's what being human is. Having a conscious experience, being aware of experience, being aware of the self experiencing the experience, and then having the ability to consciously direct that experience. And this was just really just a powerful tool to really bring my intention to levels that are beyond anything. And an example of like just how the root lock develops the intention and the power of your will. So this morning, right, I woke up and I was just really tired. I wasn't even like my body physically wasn't tired, but like my mind was just like, no, we should just go back to sleep. You work in 4 hours. Why are you getting up 4 hours before your shift to do some freaking yoga and meditation, dude? Let's just sleep. It's just one day. We've been working really hard. We deserve a day off. Let's just go back to sleep. And like my mind was just playing all these games, pulling all these reasons, and trying to make me go back to sleep. But the strength of my intention, I just had to be like, it's happening. We are going to get up. We are going to do yoga. We are going to meditate. We are going to do kirtan. We are going to do this. Now, you may run around and do what you want to do. I'm not going to try to stop you from trying to convince me, but what's happening is we're going to do this. This is happening because I said so. And this is such a pivotal turning point, right? Where your feelings do not dictate your actions, you know? That truly is when you are like coming into the potential of being human. When your emotional state, when your feelings, whether of fatigue, of like demotivation, whatever the feelings may be, when you are completely at peace with it and saying, you may be what you are, I am not going to tell you to, I'm not going to try to change you or anything, but just know that in life, the action which we have intended to do will come, will happen. That is just such a beautiful, beautiful, pivotal turning point in the way that life is lived. Because you are coming into your power, into your ability as a conscious being who can direct experience, who is the source of your own experience. If you can direct that without emotions getting in the way, without things changing your mind, you're living a full life. You are living human beingness. You are being a human being. And that is just the beauty of the yogic practice. It's like it really teaches you at a fundamental level, working with the tools of awareness, consciousness, intention, working with the tools themselves to strengthen them. More than just the physical body, more than making the physical body flexible and strong. Although this is good too. This is, amazing to have a strong body, to have a body that's light and loose and energetically open, and, the lungs are healthy, the organs are healthy, everything is good. That is amazing to have. And beyond that, what makes yoga yoga, beyond just the physical benefits, are the mental consciousness, awareness, the real life tools that you use. That is essentially, these are the greatest tools that you have, because an animal has a body. you know our bodies look different, but all animals' bodies look different compared to each other. But essentially they have a body with which they can act, they eat, they drink, they fuck, they do all the things that we do with our body, they do with their bodies. But what makes us us, what makes humans humans, is all up here. It's all the things that are in here. And yoga is a way to fundamentally train, strengthen, make flexible those tools. And that is the beauty of yoga. And so today, just having this powerful practice of just being, really training my intention and my will through thick and thin, through easiness and hardness, through everything, was really powerful and fundamental. Yeah, well, that's all for today. Namaste, my friends.